Welcome to Open Den. I'm AJ Tyson.
And I'm Dave Romo. Let's hit this intro.
We're kicking off this episode with a big congratulations to Carlina Sample, Mollie Price, Elissa Keller, Damian Patton, and Remy Skirm.
Yep, our fellow Open Den and broadcast members have earned state recognition for this year, and we couldn't be more proud.
Also, Open Den received the Broadcast Achievement Award. Way to go, guys! Now, let's go to our next teacher feature, this time with Reedy's very own Coach Cole.
Coach Cole is the head football coach, campus athletic coordinator, and a big supporter of athletics here at Reedy. He takes on the responsibilities beyond the paperwork and is active in attending other campus activities.
As the athletic coordinator, I'm responsible for all athletic programs here at Reedy High School. So, boys programs, girls programs, and everything else under the sun. It is part of being the head football coach in Frisco is that you are the campus athletic coordinator. So I get to go watch games for a living. I get to help support and work with high school athletes. I am entrenched in games. My job is coaching, watching, getting to watch you guys perform. That's a pretty good deal.
For Open Den, I'm Carlina Sample.
Coach looks like a cool guy, and speaking of athletics, let's move on to all-star athlete with Lauren Harding.
I've been playing basketball since kindergarten.
Tavon Smith, a sophomore student athlete here at Reedy, has a dedicated charisma for academics in the game of basketball.
I balance academics and athletics by sometimes I don't get enough sleep, but I still get all my work done. I think my family being full of athletes, I didn't really have a choice in playing sports or not.
But what you didn't know is where his athletic career started.
Yeah, I did gymnastics till 7th grade. The love of the game is why I'm so dedicated.
For the first edition of All-Star Athletes, I'm Lauren Harding.
And now for this week's episode of Ask Reedy, where I cover memorable moments.
Today's question is, looking back at your time in high school, is there anything you would have changed based upon what you know now?
The most important thing that I would change is that I would just take the whole thing far more seriously than I did. Had I realized how the things that I did absolutely mattered and affected the steps that I would take right after high school, then I would have worked a whole lot harder in math and science. So I was in high school in the late 70s and early 80s, and had I gotten into computers in the late 70s, I'd have a lot more Ferraris right now than I currently do.
Next question. What is the worst injury you have had?
The worst one I ever had was, when I was in college, I had a bad neck injury and I ruptured 3 discs in my neck in between the vertebrae, and it was pretty bad. And my neck was all locked up, I couldn't move it, and I actually had to get an injection into my spine. And it was the craziest thing that I've ever felt, because they put a needle into your spine, and then they put medicine in there, and it felt like my arms, because the nerves, it felt like my arms were filling up with liquid while they did it. It was really freaky, and I never wanted to do that again.
To post questions for Ask Reedy, type bit.ly/AskReedy. That is all for now. See you in the next Ask Reedy.
Nice job, Dave.
Thanks, AJ. All in a day's work. Can we get some news?
Glad you asked. We've got Miranda with 60-second news.
Memorial Day will take place next Monday, May 30th. Come out on Memorial Day at 8 a.m. and participate in the second annual Unforgotten Heroes 5K/10K run at Globe Life Park, and run to remember and honor those who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom. Packet pickup will take place at the Runner in Arlington on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Sundays from 1 to 4 p.m. Beyonce receives more than a hero's welcome on her recent performance on May 7th in Houston. Houston CBS reports that police officers staged a silent protest outside of the Energy Stadium during the pop star's performance. They argued that some of Beyonce's songs suggest anti-police. Beyonce clears this up by saying she supports police officers but opposes excessive force. Guess what day it is? National Be a Millionaire Day. This is a day for everyone to enjoy, a day for everyone to think and dream about what it would be like to be a millionaire, and then use those thoughts as inspiration. So while you're sitting in class, use National Be a Millionaire Day to motivate you to ace that test. And that's a wrap for 60 Second News. I'm Miranda Belhumer with Open Den.
Thanks, Miranda.
Let's wrap this up with Sydney's segment on Memorial Day.
Memorial Day commemorates all the people who have served for our country and who have died in the service.
I believe Memorial Day is like a time where we commemorate on the soldiers that have contributed to our country.
It's remembering the people who have fallen.
Beginning on May 30th, 1868, Decorations Day was for honoring those who had died in the Civil War. On this holiday, businesses would close and families would decorate the graves of soldiers with flowers. However, after World War I, this holiday was changed to the one we commonly know as Memorial Day.
The last Monday of May. Memorial Day is the last Monday of every May. So like this month or this year, it's going to be on the 30th.
Now Memorial Day is celebrated on the last Monday of May, and not only honors those who had died in the Civil War, but all of our fallen soldiers.
Memorial Day, I basically appreciate from my heart all the soldiers that have committed to my safety.
Sometimes my parents and I, we go to parades and stuff like that. I usually eat a lot of food with my family.
There are many traditions and things to do on Memorial Day, such as parades and barbecues. It's tradition to leave the American flag raised halfway until noon, where it is then raised all the way, and to have a small moment of silence at 3 p.m.
Veterans Day honors everybody who was in the military, and Memorial Day honors everybody who died in the military.
Okay, so Veterans Day is basically we're honoring and we're celebrating the people who are still alive, and then Memorial Day is celebrating and honoring the people who have already given up their lives for us.
Yet this holiday can be commonly confused with Veterans Day, which is on November 11th. The biggest difference is that Veterans Day honors all of those who have served, while Memorial Day is specifically for those who had died serving. Please remember all of our fallen soldiers during the upcoming 4-day weekend. For Open Den, I'm Sydney Stevens.
I had no idea that's what Memorial Day was all about. I thought it was just a day off from school.
Good one, Dave.
Well, that's all we got for you today, Lions.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Open Den. I'm AJ Tyson.
And I'm Dave Romo. See you next time.
Nice.
Half the things she writes don't make sense.
These segments have been great.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Bye, Felicia.